Hey everyone, it's Chris here from Thrill Rides bringing you another video. Today we're comparing the two coaster manufacturers models, which are both single rail models. We're looking at the Intamin single rail coaster, and then we're also going to be comparing the RMC single rail coaster. So before we begin today, please be sure to hit that like button. It helps us share this video and it'll actually be recommended to more people here on YouTube, and it helps us defeat the YouTube algorithm. And please, if you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel. We drop videos down here all the time. We would appreciate if you would do that. It helps us know that you support the channel. And let's go ahead and continue with the comparison of the two models. So you just looked at the Intamin model, Big Dipper. It's a single rail model that's located over at Luna Park in Sydney, Australia. And now you are looking at Stunt Pilot that's located at Silverwood, which is in Idaho. What are some similarities? Well, both of these models, released from Intamin and RMC, are both budget friendly for smaller parks. They offer a compact layout. So parks that are limited on space, they offer that compact layout so they're able to fit the coaster on their property that some other coasters might not be able to fit, because a single rail obviously is less wide and it's easier to fit it into tighter spaces. And we kind of see that with, Luna Park in Sydney, Australia, more so than Silverwood in Idaho. Now, obviously the first model was released both at California, Great America, and also it was released at Six Flags Fiesta, Texas. Both of those are clone models. Both of those were the first generation to try to sell the concept to other parks that might be looking for a new coaster but might not have the type of budget of a big coaster. And that's why we see those at, like I said, at smaller parks. Now obviously Fiesta Texas is not small, but they seem to be the testing ground for Six Flags in recent years, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then Jersey Devil was built over at Six Flags Great Adventure. It's a longer model sitting over 3,000 feet. The original model is just sitting right around 1,800 feet long. So you can kind of see the similarities and differences in that. Now we're going to go into a couple of the cons now. So I would say the con out of the RMC model is the fact that obviously the chain lift hill, the restraint system, which I'll go over here in more detail here in a minute. And then the con of the Intamin model is we are not sure on how reliable that model is. Obviously in the past, Intamin has had some issues with the reliability of their different coasters. So we will see with them testing it over at Luna Park in Sydney, Australia, if Big Dipper is going to sell better and be a more popular version of the single rail coaster than what's released with RMC. Now, RMC has started here as of recently moving away from the clone models, and now they are building layouts, custom layouts for different parks. Jersey Devil and Stunt Pilot were the first two. And then you have also the coaster that's going to be going up over at Six Flags Magic Mountain. Now, I talked about here a second ago that the restraint system on the RMC single rails are kind of uncomfortable, and I'll go over the reasons why. So, if you're a taller coaster enthusiast or just a general rider, the restraints are kind of hard to fit over top your body. So over your shoulders, over your head. And I am 6'1" and 230 pounds. So I'm a bigger set guy. So I don't have issues with any other coasters. But for some reason, the RMC single rail model, I had difficulty getting the restraint over my head. And then during the ride experience, I actually experienced the shoulder straps tightening up on my shoulders. That kind of made it kind of uncomfortable ride experience per se. Now, I did enjoy the coaster layout and the intensity of it, so I'm not saying that the coaster's not intense. However, the restraints really kind of ruined the ride experience. And as you can see from the Intamin single rail model that they released, they are using the lap restraints and not the over-the-shoulder restraints. What's weird about these trains from RMC is their other trains basically hold you over on your shins and your lower legs, and they're able to hold you in place just from that. But for some reason, for the trains for this, They decided to add extra restraints over the shoulder and over your chest, which restricts you a little bit from enjoying the coaster more. And they are very ratchety and kind of very uncomfortable. And I'm not the only one who said this. If you've had the similar experience that I have had, please comment below so people know that. But it looks like Intamin is doing a really good job by introducing the lap restraints. And those lap restraints help you basically have more airtime and have a more fun total coaster experience. Now, I have not rode the single rail model yet from Intamin. I would love to get out to Australia. But if you have rode the one over at Luna Park, please comment below to let me know which restraints are better, RMC or Intamin. And then you have the drive tire launch system. Now, that's going to cut down the time it takes to dispatch trains, because we all know RMCs take a little bit longer. And with it being a lap restraint system that Intamin has, it's going to allow them to load a lot faster. I've seen this with the lap restraint system that Velocicoaster has over at Islands Adventure, and it works great because it's a quick push down. And then, now if RMC was to improve the restraint system, I could see this being a more favorite coaster for their single rail model. However, with the restraints being as uncomfortable as they are, I think that is retracting a lot of people from putting this at the top of their list. Now, like I said, I did love the ride experience. I did think it was amazing. But I think Intamin with their lap bar system, and as soon as they decide to find a park to create more intense layouts, is probably going to be more popular than RMC. Now, RMC makes good coasters. I'm not saying that. But like I said, the whole restraint system for their single rail models takes away from the whole ride experience. And I think that was my biggest complaint on it, because of the struggle getting in and out of the restraints. And I've never had that struggle with any other type of restraint system on any other coaster. Now, if you're short, or if you're a little bit shorter, like I said, than 6'1", and you're not a bigger body type, you're probably not going to run into any issues fitting into their coaster. However, I think with the competition, it's a good thing for the roller coaster industry. And I think that Intamin and RMC are going to continue to compete against each other, because guess what? They're one of the two, both of those coaster manufacturers. If a park wants something, they do not say they can't do it. They say they will find a way to do it. So with that being said, let me know what your opinion is on all this after the video. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and share for future content that'll drop down from Thrill Rides. Thanks again for watching.